everybody, it's Ken and Brandon back for CCG Poker TV is what I'm going with. Yeah. CCG Poker TV and radio.
There you go. Radio
Thursday night commentary for the Summer Series. This is our final table. We're down to 3 players. Again, this was a massive prize pool, massive tournament, $240 buy-in. We had 120 plus players, right?
122.
3-day ones.
20 entries on day 2.
Yeah, 20 direct day 2 direct buy-ins, which you can do.
Big last longers.
Great tournament.
It was great.
Good structure. The final table has lasted 3 hours and change, and that's actually the official final table, which is when they get down to 7. Clearly, we can see Mark has a massive stack. He just won a big pot off of Rex. Ace-10 versus 6s. Remember, Rex didn't bet the flop, and then Mark turned to 10.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
In all honesty, Mark bet the flop.
Yep.
Rex called. Turn was a dud. No, I'm sorry. Turn was a 10. Mark bet. Rex called. They both checked it on the river,
yep.
And Marky Mark won a like $1.3 million
yep.
pot.
And that's big, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, considering Rex is now down to $1 million and Niko is at about $800K.
Which is kind of great because now, you know, Mark can just put the pressure on both of them.
And Mark literally had Ace-10 last hand. He's got Ace-10 the very next hand.
Yeah, this is kind of troublesome for
It's like
Rex.
He almost knows what the other players have. Oh, wait, that's not true. That's at Stones Poker Live. Boy, that only took me 1 minute and 40 seconds. Did you see how I made a postal joke in the Monday Poker Fix? And some guy retweeted it. He was like, too soon.
Too soon?
It's never too soon.
Oh, man,
Rex
look at this.
Rex
makes a tight fold with ace-9.
I mean, a good fold. He's probably still a little on tilt.
Ace on the turn. This is a double up for Rex.
Oh, yeah. He gets all the... Look at his face. You see his face? The head scrub? Look at him going, son of a bitch. Why did I call? What am I doing? Isn't it funny how...
Ace-9's a pretty strong hand, too.
Yeah, isn't it funny how in poker... I mean, it's the right... He made the right call. It's just the cards ran out really bad.
Yeah.
Or really good, however you think about it. But, like you just said, I had ace-9. Is it funny how the game goes? Like, you should have won with 6s if you'd have played a little bit differently, and he probably could have raised the flop, because, I mean, what's he really afraid of on a...
What was that? I forgot.
7-7-5 flop. He had pocket 6s.
Oh, yeah.
Mark had ace-10. Mark bet into him. I think if Rex bets it out there, he takes the pot down. No way Mark just calls off Postel-esque style, like he just knows the 10's to come. And he isn't enacted God mode because his hand isn't in his crotch.
That's true.
If enacting God mode includes me putting my hand in my crotch, I have been a god since about 12 years old. I mean, right?
I mean, yeah.
I remember when I enacted God mode the first time, and it was great. That cheating mother... I'm so mad. I told you, I have gone from, like... Totally,
you supported him.
I was like,
48 hours ago.
I did, and I was like, you know what? Nope, this is America. I was kind of going a little Mike Madison. I was like, you cannot condemn someone until you have proof. And then I have watched some of these videos, and there is no other explanation short of he has an imaginary friend in his pants who he asks advice for, who also gives phenomenal
advice.
Yeah, perfect advice.
Every time.
So either he has a talking penis in his pants that tells him exact freaking odds. And if I had a talking penis, I'd be doing a lot more fun stuff.
I'd be going to shows, or I'd be putting on shows or something.
Funny.
Rex Rivers a 5 for a little 3-outer. Marky Mark makes the call with king high.
Nice.
And Rex takes a pot that he kind of needs.
300K.
He kind
It's
of
a
needs
nice
it.
pot. It is good. All right, so last postle thing, and then I'll give it up for a second. A guy had said something like, how do you explain this, Mike? And he's like, clearly Mike got 3 wishes, and one of the wishes was that he could see all the cards and stones, and the reason he lost during the WSOP is because the genie goes, man, I got a lot of other wishes to fulfill this week, so I can't do
yours. That's funny. Just so brutal. I mean, that's what I'm saying. When it doesn't really, they don't have to prove it. Like, they don't need to prove.
He's guilty. 100% he cheated.
What's the law word? Or it's like circumstantial evidence?
It's not circumstantial.
Well,
it is circumstantial.
But if you have enough circumstantial evidence, it's enough.
Who's the dude from Bolingbroke that killed like 3 wives? What's his name?
How do you get 3 lives?
3 wives.
How do you get married 3 times?
The police officer, especially when the first 2 mysteriously disappeared in a murder case. What is his name?
I don't know.
God
I've never heard this before in my life.
You know who I'm talking about. As soon as I say the name, you're going to know it. Niko jams all in with Queen 8 against Marky Mark's King 10 suited, who's clearly going to call here. I don't need to be Mike Postle to know that.
365.
I can assure you I've never heard this guy's name.
Brooke, I promise you have. Officer... wife... murder.
Okay, if you have to put in that much before...
I was trying to think of what would be the best thing to put in there. I put Bolingbroke, wife, murder. Drew Peterson.
Oh, yeah, I know who that is.
Nice hand.
This
I never knew
pretty
he
much
was from.
plays itself.
I never knew he was from Bolingbroke.
He's from Bolingbroke, or lived in Bolingbroke. This is where this all happened. But Drew Peterson went to prison finally on like a hearsay law because one of his wives had told a friend or a neighbor like if I disappear, Drew killed me, and that's how he got convicted. So same shit. Like circumstantial evidence can be bad. Did he just bink out? No, he's got a.
He didn't bink anything.
He needs a 7, queen, or an 8. Yeah.
8 ball.
Did I
Where?
just say an 8? I did say an 8.
I'm not going anywhere just
Rex
yet.
cannot believe that he cannot sweat another Niko Shark attack.
Now remember from the first episode, Rex said he needs to win this thing 3 times to save his summer. So
I really like Rex. I think he's funny. I mean, just all I'm going off is just watching him play this, but I like the way he plays, and I think he's funny. I hope he's watching this.
Drew that shit out
But-
super slow too. I'm like, damn, it's gonna.
Anyways,
it's gonna fucking.
Mike Postle,
he did it.
they're going to jail. And somebody's going to jail from that production company that did the... I wonder if they have a third-party company that does it, the RFID, the stream, or if it's all in-house. Like, if it turns out it's Stone's people that did this, I just feel like it's going to kill the casino, and that really sucks because you know the casino has no part of this.
Right.
Like, it's not like
wanted to throw it,
Steve
I
Wynn's like,
did.
hey,
I know
let's
you
cheat a
wanted to
1-3 game in our poker room. I mean, that's just asinine. Nobody, that's insane. It would be like trying to bribe an NFL ref to fake or to throw the game. Like, I'll slip you $80. Like, who's gonna do it? No! It's just, it's astronomically lopsided in what they're doing. Risk reward. I honestly, you and I talked about it. I think the risk reward. Jesus, Marky, you're gonna not get a massive hand. Ace 10,
just got
Ace
rivered.
10, King doesn't matter. He's still getting awesome hands. Ace 10, Ace 10, King 10 suited. Follows it up with Ace King. Can't get any action, and his face is exactly the same. Like, same Mark poker face. I would like to set up a Mike Postle Mark matchup, and I promise you, Mark kicks his ass.
Yeah, that's true.
No doubt about it. Postle cannot beat Marky Mark. Postle probably couldn't even beat Gio straight up.
You know, I was just gonna say for all the dealers watching that says Gio doesn't carry any tables. He was stacking chairs, but he
just did it.
He stacked 1 chair.
Oh yeah.
I was waiting for him to like stack a few more, and then nope.
So, anyways, what was I saying about my Postle rant?
You were talking about how Mark could beat Postle, and
I
how
did.
Postle sucks,
He does.
and how he's gonna go to prison, and
He's
the
going
risk
to
to
prison.
reward.
Oh, risk reward. You and I talked about it. Even the poker room manager. I mean, he's got to make what?
75, 80,000, 70,000.
Even 50K a year.
Yeah.
I mean, what could they have possibly won
Right.
and chopped it up? I mean, would you risk
I mean, yeah.
all of that for half of 200,000, 100 grand? It's just it blows my mind that people would want to do that. Now
I mean,
maybe
it's very short-sighted, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe they thought they could just do it forever.
How? Nobody who would watch this. It's like they get too greedy.
How
too
far did they
fast.
get, though?
A year.
But
14
like,
months.
Too greedy, too fast. They just did the same thing over and over again, and finally somebody. They didn't even catch on. It took like somebody accusing them of it.
Yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know.
Now, did the person that accused him of it, was it like suspicion that they were accusing of it, or did they actually know?
I don't think they knew anything.
So it
I
was
think they
just like-
said, I think he's cheating. Veronica is the one who finally said it. And you can see the moment when she does it. Yes. When she's like, this is. She can just see she's like staring off into space, and the camera's on him from the commentary booth, and the other guy's just, "Bop, bop, 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 yep. Mike Postle's the best. Oh my God, the guy's a freaking god. Blah 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 blah
And she's
blah. He
just like,
strikes
"This isn't
again."
right.
And she just kept saying, "This isn't right. Like, there's something weird. Like, Nobody does that. Like, she's like, this is weird. And she just kept saying, this is weird. And you could see, like, she's not paying attention to the other guy. She's trying to process how in the world this could possibly happen with any other information.
Cheating is the only...
I mean, in all honesty, Doug Polk put out another video I watched, and it was Ace King versus that Phantom 5-4 hand. That was insane. Because it took him a minute and a half to call. And Polk breaks it down. He's like looking at his crotch, looking at his crotch, looking at his crotch. Then the guy next to him's like, hey man, it's not you. And he immediately like looks up. You could tell there's like a moderate like panic on his face. And then Doug Polk's like, nobody calls it 5-4. Or was it 5-4? Yeah, 5-4. He goes, and then on top of that, ooh, we got a raise from Rex. Nope, just a call, Rex. Got to raise more, folks. And
that's definitely a raise. You put. Oh no, he just called Mark's raise.
Mark's raise, yeah.
This is a fair fight.
He waits a minute and a half to call. Doug's like, even if you're gonna try to justify, what a flop.
Royal draw.
Even if you're gonna try to justify calling with 5-4, like it would be like, I'm drunk, F it, I'm in, and you would just make the call within 10 seconds.
Right,
not
thinking about it makes it
90
worse.
seconds. What are you thinking about? You're gonna make a move when there's a bet 250, a freaking 3-bet for like 1,500, 2K, like against Chris Moneymaker. Like, how does that happen? I don't know. Anyways, I'm done. And don't let me talk about it anymore. Anybody listening and sees me at the events this weekend, which is October 18, 19, 20. We got a ton of cool stuff to talk about.
Oh, it is it? No, not 18, 19, 20.
Not 18, 19, 20. Well, I'll be there for that weekend, too. This is the
11, 12, 13.
11, 12, 13. Still cool stuff happening this weekend.
Yeah.
I am absolutely fired up about this because I feel personally attacked because we do live streaming, and I feel like this guy has now given any kind of live stream that uses the software that, I mean, we're literally watching them play at a stream from CCG.
Yep.
Like, it's just, it makes me so mad.
Or maybe people that are now YouTubing him will find us.
I'm kind of also thinking, remember I was telling you about that huge stream in Texas? Maybe it was because people were talking about this streaming, and then they found us that way. Anyways, folks.
125 old and full.
All press is good press.
All press is good press. Unless it's a full court press in
Basketball.
Yeah, then that's no good. Alright, let's do a quick chip count. Mark has half the chips in play. Niko and Rex have the other half.
Half and half.
Split.
Yeah.
So 50 quarter here.
Easy math. It looks like Mark has more than half the chips. He has more than half of the physical chips.
And the problem is, and I know him and Niko and Rex have the same number of chips, like dollar-wise, but Niko has all brown. Look how small and pilly his little
I know, that's what I'm saying. And then like, Mark actually has like 80% of the actual chips.
Right. Oh, I got you. Yeah.
You got
Like Mark looks like he has way more than half the chips.
Rex gets to walk with fake aces. You ever peel an ace 4?
Yeah.
Like you think it's pocket aces and you realize it's a 4. And
Queens and
like,
6s do that to me too. I always think it's a queen.
When you're looking at 6s?
Yeah, because you get the circle around.
Oh, you're peeling. I always peel. For some reason in my mind I was thinking you peel from the top. But I do. I cover my thumb. My thumb covers the bottom, and then I'm peeling and kind of peeking my thumb back. So I always peel from the top of the graphic.
Yes.
So like for an ace 4, like I'm seeing the peak, and it's like, oh yes, no.
See, I'm the other way. I have the card sideways, and I'm going this way, so I see the circle and think it's a queen.
That's good too.
I don't know what the other card was.
All right, Niko gets a walk this time.
At 10-3.
Big hand.
Wasn't gonna cut it.
I think I had 10-4,
So we're at Sunday night now. It's not Sunday night now. I meant like in the tournament. It's Sunday night
This
late.
is weird because
been
we're on
playing-
Tuesday. This is on Sunday, and they're
And it's
listening
airing on Thursday.
Right. So
super
So
creepy.
you saying it's at night?
It's weird.
It's weird. We're in 3 different times.
3 different time zones.
Yeah.
Try to fix that, Doc Brown.
Postal. Figure what's out now.
Get me back on the postal.
Oh, Mark shows an ace of spades, and take it down.
Trust me, man.
So pre-flop
Pre-frap.
raise, Mark's Do you think he should be raising more with all of those chips in play?
I don't know. That sounds about right, huh?
Yeah, a quarter of the time. 1 out of every 4 hands he's raising. I mean, that's 27%.
Plus, that's taken from the whole final table.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I always forget about that.
So it's probably ramped up here to like 33% or even 40%, where it's now just bumping that average up.
Basically, right now, I feel like
He's raising every button.
This is hand 111 of the recorded hands.
Yeah, how's
How many
most of
hands
it
do you think
going?
those guys have played throughout the day?
I mean, 30
It's a
hands
lot.
an hour.
It's a lot.
Right?
King 9 suited. Get it in there. Oh, no, not get it in there. He's got chips.
180.
Raises. Pat did Niko raise. 180. That's a good one. 3 times. Mark gets out of the way. Rex is thinking about looking him up with a Jack 7. No.
Ugh, just sucks to have.
It's like right in that weird range
Yeah.
where like maybe you could be good, but what are you really hoping the other guy has? Flop a Jack. You're still nervous about
out
it.
of position. It's just,
Yeah.
it sucks.
So position's definitely a thing, huh?
Position's the thing.
I mean, unless you can see the cards.
Right. In which
Then it
case,
helps.
It doesn't matter.
Niko's making a little bit of a move here. Just nibbling some chips. Chip nibbling.
Nibbling.
Nibbling some chips.
What'd you have for lunch? Pokeball?
Aloha Pokeball. It's so good. And they like went crazy. But again, that restaurant cannot remember to put, it's a to-go order and you're eating like sushi and salad.
Yeah, salad.
How the heck am I supposed to eat it when there's no...
It's because you got to walk to the other side of the restaurant to get all
It's
this
just,
stuff.
it's so weird. Drives them nuts.
These Door Dashers aren't going to go across the restaurant and get napkins, chopsticks, and soy sauce for you.
It's true.
Unless Geo says
All right,
he
so it's
does
just
it.
Niko and Rex in the blinds here. Let's try to focus on the... and not get sidetracked.
It's funny you said it as the camera was like focused.
Hostile. 3 spades out there.
I don't
Niko's
know.
the only one with a spade. Rex has got to know his king is good, right? I mean,
Probably,
if
yeah.
nobody...
High flush might not.
You figure 3-handed and ace is going to raise pre-flop. If for some reason he didn't, you figure he would have bet the flop.
Sitting here all night
So
trying
it's a
to
safe
catch
bet.
good hands.
Gets Niko from free rolling that spade on the river.
Daylight savings, right? Isn't
Do you,
it
do you,
October?
do you count a 3 of spades in a flush draw? 3-handed like that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe.
I would have called with Niko saying
Yeah, I mean, he's got a 10.
10 or maybe a spade. I probably wouldn't have called him. Just
Yeah. Ooh, 10-7 suited.
on the button.
Baton.
Probably a raise.
He's grabbing some brown chips. Makes it 125. Oh, he must have said the raise.
Even 100 I'm not playing.
No, he raised to 100K. Mark's going to look it up.
What are the blinds? 30, 60?
30, 60.
Oh, he put on 100 had to be 120.
Ah, that's what it was.
Ace, 9, 7. Check, C bet incoming. Mark's just going to fold.
Yeah, I mean... When a guy raises pre-flop and an ace comes out...
I kind of like when you have
On Sunday,
like
November
a pair that's not the ace, so then you can rep the ace, and then
Right.
you also have the backup actual 7.
Yeah. It's like a semi-bluff.
Yeah.
Because again, they're
Because when the turn
three-handed,
comes a 10 or a 7,
and you
nobody
got to
ever-
imagine if Mark had an ace pre-flop, he would have 3-bet him.
Right, so Mark could have some, yeah, I mean, some 9s, but they just whiff so much. It's hard to hit a pair.
It's hard to hit a pair.
So 30, 60, 30,
Now Rex is back in second place.
50,
Of all the
25,
things they're
25.
gonna let
All right,
people
nothing's
in
changed.
here.
Nope, they're just trading blinds back and forth right now. Niko, massive 4-3. He ain't playing it. 9 deuce suited.
It's crazy because this seems like just like a landslide for Mark, but if he doubles either of them up,
It's a total.
it's
Never
the
be able
flip.
to
He's
play
only
again
has
ever.
25%, and they
Kinda
have the
list
50.
and that's that.
Raise.
Never happened to Mo.
50. Fold.
Like Guantanamo.
I like the aggressiveness though.
Raise and take it down.
Yeah. If you're gonna play 9 deuce, you should play it for a raise. Right?
Right.
Mark just chipping up. 2.6 million. So even if he doubles one of them up, he's gonna have 1.4. And so then it's basically. Oh no, because one. Yeah, it's a flip. Can't believe that guy said he would rather listen to Norman Chad than us, right?
I know.
I'm slightly offended by that.
I think Norman Chan's pretty good though. So
Yeah, he's
maybe
not
it's
bad.
like-
I think he's funny.
I think we're funny.
All right, let's see how Rex plays a 9 deuce suited against Niko, getting brown chips. So he's taking a page out of Mark's book. I think he just doubled the bet.
No.
160?
155.
Oh, good peg, Brando. Niko actually has a hand, though. Queen 10. Got position on him. See if Rex is going to bet out this flop no matter what hits. 6-4-4. Bet it out, Rex. You're going to win.
Check. He's going to bet the turn, though.
Come on, bet the turn, Rex. Bet it. Put it out there. $200?
225.
And quick fold.
225,000 fold.
This is where you're asking how much?
How much was it, Mo?
225. All right.
Good hand. I like
The
it.
next one.
I like when you win with the not best hand. Out of position. But he's the aggressor. So it just goes to show, if you're out of position, you better be the aggressive one, because you're not going to get it through any other way. Brandon's favorite hand, the Stacia, Jack 4 suited. Rex doesn't know. Ooh, Niko, 5s. Got
I wonder if he just
900,000.
shoves. Yeah, he might just shove. Oh, he gets snapped.
Ooh, I mean, ran into 2 good hands. Classic flip here, Brandon.
This is the Sunday poker face. Or the Monday poker face.
One of them, yeah.
All
Banks
right,
a 5. Draw a dead on the turn. Nothing Mark can do there.
No. That's one of those weird hands from Niko where, like, he doesn't know how to play it, and it's just strong enough to where he thinks he can shove, but he's probably only getting called if he's beat.
Which is
It's like weird.
exactly what I said in the Monday poker fix.
Yeah. It's weird, though, because, I mean, 5's just like too short. What are you going to do, fold? That sucks. What are you going to do, raise and then have to play out of position against Mark, who plays...
I mean, I think no matter what happens there, they're getting that all in.
Yeah, but I'm
if
just
he bets
saying
like
against...
half a stack or makes it 200K, Mark's
or
gonna
even
re-raise.
limps. I don't know. It's...
Here's a fun question. If Niko had made it like 200K, Mark raises, basically puts them all in, 600K, right? Because, I mean, he doesn't have enough behind to actually, like, call a flop. I mean, do you think he calls it all off with 5s
that's
there?
why he doesn't want to make that decision, which is why...
Easier to just put it in and
unexploitable.
hope to get 5 cards.
Unexploitable.
Unexploitable. Kind of like unbluffable,
Kind of.
but different.
Yeah. Well, Mo was really concentrating hard.
Yeah, he's rocking it out.
All right, Queen 9 of Hearts on the button.
40 and 80.
Fresh off a double up.
Raise.
Kind of like just what we said. Now Niko's in the chip lead.
255,000.
255. He's clobbering it. Oh my goodness. Did this really just happen? Mark with kings the next hand after he gets...
And Niko's going to have a hard time getting away from this Queen 9 suited. I mean...
And this is just so nice to be able to pick up a hand and think that you're tilting.
Right.
He just flats, though.
Mark just flats.
Yeah.
Give him a chance to bluff it off on the turn, or on the flop.
Yeah. Looking for a queen.
Pretty good
that'll-
flop.
That'll do.
Open-ended straight flush draw.
Is this all in and a snap call again? Mark's just like, let's go.
Yeah, Mark went all in.
And he's got him
Niko
blocked.
called.
He's got him blocked.
Yeah.
King's no good. He needs an 8. That's it. It's a gutter ball. And just like that,
Niko's out.
Mark says, I'll double you up and then take it all back.
Yeah.
Mark does have a big stack. Because, I mean, he only has 4 brown chips.
Yeah, I know.
They're all pink. I mean, we know he's got them, but not by a ton.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
They're just doing the
16.
double count, making sure.
17.
Niko knows. That's it, folks. I'm out of here.
1.8.
1.6?
Rex is slightly closer to that 3x first place to save the
Niko
summer.
has chips. Because he just doubled up to 2 million.
Yeah, you can.
3 big blinds. He's got 246,000, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, it's
Nice
probably
answer.
pretty accurate.
1 point.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Because Niko just doubled up his 950K.
Now the stacks could be wrong. I mean, I don't know if he's
no,
got.
it's pretty close. It's right.
1.7 on 25,000.
Yeah, you got me covered.
He's got you.
Oh, he's
Nico.
got it.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Handshake makes it official.
Nice hand.
What a roller coaster for
What a roller coaster for Niko.
Mark and Niko.
Yeah, just back and forth. Rex just staying out of the way a little bit.
Like if, yeah.
Not by choice. I mean, he didn't get any cards to try to play against either of them.
Pardon me? You got to stay in seat.
Stay in my seat.
Only because that's registered.
Yeah, got to stay in that seat, Rex, because we're only counting
Alright, so
on that
You're
circle.
the big, so you can't be the big. So you're going to be the small. And Mark's going to be the big.
Now it just like Mark looks like Mark has all the chips.
He's got, what, 3/4 of the chips in play?
Yeah.
Maybe more?
3 times you double them up. Been hanging around here.
3 times you doubled him up, he says.
Hanging around here for an extra 2 hours almost.
Yeah, Niko did survive a long time. He got good cards at good times that held up, or he caught, And I say caught, like he won flips. I mean, that's what you have to do, right?
It's tough to win a tournament without winning flips.
Mark luckily has some brown chips now to play with, which is nice. He's a massive chip leader to Rex, 4 million to 1.2. I hate to say this though, this is the exact situation Mark was in against Jerry in the CSOP main, which was only a couple of weeks before this.
In that exact seat, in this exact spot.
Yep.
Yep.
First good smile we get out of Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh no, that's Rex. I was like, man, Mark is just running super good. This could end right now. I mean, it doesn't, because I know we have another 45 minutes of time left, but
But it could.
Maybe I forgot to turn off the tape.
Maybe you didn't edit out a break. That'd be great. Nope, I see them all at the table all the time. All right.
King 5, not going to get a whole bunch there out of Mark. King 5 suited, maybe.
So it's not that bad. 3.2 to 1.4. Or does he actually have more than that?
No, I don't think
He's
so.
got a
There's
pyramid
only,
of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 15.
What was like 2 million and
2.5,
change, 1 and change, 1 and change. So there's like 5 million in
2.9,
play.
210. Yeah, he has 2.2.
Oh,
You need 80.
He's got 1,500 in pink on the bottom, 1,300 in brown on top. That's 28. Then he's got another 4 or 5 in pink. That's 3.2. All right, math checks out.
Math checks out.
Wait. 200,000.
King 5 for Mark again. Suited this time.
At this point, yeah.
Rex could easily 3-bet this, but he doesn't. Or does he? No, he doesn't. Rex with ace 10 of clubs.
Stack 2 would be an heads up.
Very strong hand.
And that's total.
Mo just dealt them out 2 more cards. After the action.
That happens.
That was crazy. Check, 9, 7, all red. Check, check.
Check, check. Mark's laying a little bit of a trap here.
3.
I'm sorry, Rex is laying a little bit of a trap here.
Yeah,
I don't know
Rex
what's
has,
going on.
Rex has his hand pretty under-repped. I used to do this all the time, and I realize it's hard to play with your hand under-repped. Cause,
Especially now that he raises, or he bets into you.
yeah,
It's like, how do you,
right, and like
what do you do?
it sucks because you're like, oh, well, he doesn't know how strong of a hand I have, but then you always just run into a strong hand. So Rex is only down to 14 bigs. So thanks for spoiling it that there's 45 minutes left, because I would think that it's almost over. Or Rex needs a double.
Rex needs a double up.
You ever watch poker on TV and it'd be like 10:58? You're like, well, I guess the chip leader wins this flip.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 minutes left.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about that production-wise, right? Like, what are you going to do? Have a half hour of just 2 guys commentating?
Right.
We're
Maybe
definitely
if it was us.
We're definitely better than the Stones poker guys.
Well, they're
commentating.
bad.
Yeah, we're better than them, right?
Absolutely. We would have found it. We would have saw that these guys were cheating right away.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, how could a guy
What do
just
you-
sit there and look at his phone
What
for
do
a
you
year?
think about Doug Polk kind of calling out the commentators like maybe that they should have known or that they were in on it somehow. I mean, there's no way they were in on it because there's too many people and there's no way a secret like that could be kept when you've got 8 or 9 or 10 people involved. It's impossible.
Yeah.
85 Bears suited.
I don't know. I didn't see Doug call him out, but I did see Jamie Staples say
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too.
His statement that said that he doesn't
There's no way.
blame the commentators.
No, I mean, he's just like, these are just regular. These aren't like super pros that are playing, you know.
Right, they're just regular people trying to commentate.
Rex with aces.
275.
Looks like Mark called, and Rex is going to put in a raise here for obvious reasons. Marky Mark's going to see a flop, which I like, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
trying to
suited on the button.
snap him off. I mean, it's a hand you can end the tournament with.
What hand can't you win the tournament with?
4 or 5 against ace king, unless you know the cards.
This is true.
Mark calls, flop is Jack 9 5. So Mark gets a little piece of it, not a big enough piece.
300.
Rex is going to bet it out, 300K. How do you like the pot size bet here?
He's basically telling Marky's all in.
Okay, well there you go. Snap calls, snap all in, or all in from Mark to put pressure on him, and
Snap call.
1 of 4 he wins. Deuce is a wet napkin. Ooh, I thought that was an 8 for a second. Rex survives.
Finds the double up against bottom
And they're
pair.
back to 50-50.
That was the first mistake Mark's made.
I don't know if you can constitute that a mistake. I mean, if Rex has got ace king there, he plays it the same way and probably folds. Yeah? Maybe?
Yeah, sure, if he has ace king.
Well, I'm just trying to think of a hand that he could.
I mean, Rex pet pot, and it was almost half his chips.
Yeah.
It basically tells me I ain't folding if I go all in. How do you miss?
No. I just tried to spit my gum out into my garbage can from point blank.
Yeah, just let it fall out of your mouth and
Missed.
it'll go in and missed.
We got a match now. Mark still has 50% of chips in play, slightly better. Rex is right there next to him. Why are you giggling?
Just because you say Mark still has 50% of the chips, like that means a whole lot when we're down to 2 people. That is only half the chips. It's average stack. But I know what you meant. You meant that he's not like crippled or anything.
Correct.
That's why I was laughing. Rex ace deuce off. I like a little limpy dimpy here. Let's see what he does.
Raise 150.
Okay.
Baby race.
He's going to keep the gas pedal on.
Mark's having trouble reading his cards because his chip stack is in the way. Jack 5. Spikes a 5.
King 7-5 and Mark has bottom pair. This is exact hand as C. Well, not C, but Rex instantly checks back when he has nothing. Like Mark's basically in the same spot as he was the last hand. But an ace on the river.
Yep. We missed the 10 on the turn, but it's a bet and a raise.
Bet and a fold.
Right, sorry. Bet and a fold.
Maybe this is just Mike Postle right here texting you
Please don't talk about my bad play.
because he has access to our stream before,
that's
before
good.
we
That's
put it
good.
out.
That's good, Brandon.
So he knows.
So good. Actually, what I would have done there is checked my crotch and noticed that the 5 was good. So I bet it out.
I would have saw he had aces and just flat called with the 5. So
It
when
is.
I turn
It
an
is
8,
wild that Poker Stars gets sold, which we just kind of found out today. I found out through another podcast, Cracking Aces. That's the Barstool Sports one, which is good.
we should just
it's
move
okay.
to New York and work for Barstool.
I mean, we'd be way better than that kid he's got doing the poker around there right now.
Did you see the? Sorry to interrupt, but did you see when El Presidente brought Chick-fil-A in for the whole company, and like half the guys ate 2, and it left like nothing for the other half. You got it's so
Is it a
funny.
video?
There's a little video of him going nuts. Like, how many did you have? And the kid's like 2. He's like, oh, you're on a sandwich ban for next year. He just goes down. He's like, why would you have 3? And then somebody made like a smart ass comment like, how many did you have? And he's like, do I look like somebody who'd have more than one? He's like, you look like somebody who'd have more than one. And it goes to the camera. It's just like this bigger guy. I mean, he just has no filter. It's great.
That's probably why he's so successful.
Yeah.
Those guys I hang out with in St. Louis, they hate El Presidente.
It's one of those things.
I love him. I think
you
he's
either
great.
love him or hate him.
I love him. I think he's awesome. I think he's hilarious. I think he makes great content, even when it's bad.
Do you see their office in New York? It's just
sick.
like
It's sick.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know how they're. I mean, I know how they're making that much money. It's just it's such a. I don't know. It's awesome. I love seeing stories like that. And I told you a story where El Presidente went on a pre-Shark Tank like thing and talked to who's the guy from Dallas?
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban, and Mark Cuban's like, you got nothing here, kid. Get rid of it. Like, there's nothing to buy here. Like, it's not worth a nickel. And now they've got a huge office in Midtown Manhattan, and it's a wild.
It's awesome that they're banned from the Super Bowl, and he tried to get in.
How are they banned from the Super Bowl?
NFL like banned them from everything.
Why?
Something. Look it up. So he got escorted out of the Super Bowl last year.
Really?
By security. Wearing a mustache. A fake, I swear to God. I swear.
I didn't know that.
It's the best thing ever.
All right, we got 2 limps here, 9-10, Jack 8. Could get a medium flop and get some fun.
Oh, hello, medium flop. Incoming.
8-8-9. Let's see if Mark can get away with it, and let's see if Rex can
Next
extract some value. Ooh, you like that?
I do.
What's the bet here, Brando? 100K?
100K in a
That's
call.
perfect.
10 ball.
10 would be death for Mark.
I don't know what it is. I think it's a 10 because the card keeps... It's a 10 of hearts that keeps screwing up. Okay,
Yeah, 10 of spades. It is a 10.
Yeah, but...
Mark turns top 2.
There's spades out there now. Mark does it. Rex has the open-ender. This isn't that great of a card for Mark. It just makes more stuff that beats him. He only beats, like, Ace-9, King-9, Queen-9, Jack-9. Jack of spades,
Another spade. So there's 4 spades out there.
4 to a straight. This is actually a bad card for Rex. Even
It
though
is.
he makes a boat, he's not getting any
He'd have gotten
value.
paid more if it was like a 4. 1 million seems like an extraordinarily large bet. Mark
So,
just
like,
goes, yep, too much.
I think Mark's probably only going to call him out there with a straight flush. Or like 10's full. Now, Rex is officially only getting called there if he's beat. All right, 40-80
Oh, Lord. In unison.
with a 40.
All right, so 2 things just happened that were hilarious. One, I paused it because I wanted to confirm the schedule for this upcoming weekend because we're at the 30-40 minute mark, which is when we always do our CCG promo plug for the weekend. But then Brandon's like, well, since we already stopped, you got to see El Presidente get kicked out of the Super Bowl. Oh, my God. It is hilarious.
So if you guys don't know who El Presidente is, he's the CEO,
founder of Barstool Sports. Yeah. Which
he-
used to be a newspaper back in the
Yes,
day.
I
which is
remember it
insane.
when it was like just started.
Yeah, this is pre-internet. Like, internet was not what it is now,
Right.
and now he's basically just a social media monster who just
So you
talks
guys maybe
everything
have seen the
sports.
pizza reviews.
Pizza reviews are great
Yeah.
because I know people who like. I'm not a huge sports guy. Like, I don't go to Barstool for like
The sports stuff?
I go to Barstool because I like the videos. I think they're hilarious.
So he started this thing where he's going to review every pizza place in New York, and then it blew up from there.
Oh, he gets like 4 million views.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah, and now he's got celebrities on, and he
Yep.
he
Urlacher
travels.
did some when he went to
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Like Urlacher was on it. I saw one with like he does what like freaking
Everybody.
Hollywood celebs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he still does like random ones by himself and
Yep.
like freaking Nantucket. You know, he's just like, all right, Frankie, let's stop
Frankie,
at this
let's go."
place. What a great job Frankie has.
I know.
Just follow around El Presidente doing goofy ass stuff. Anyways, let's do the CCG plug for this weekend. So,
Okay.
even though my math is bad, it is the weekend of the 11th, 12th, 13th, we go Oaklawn on Friday, solo event. Warrenville, VFW on Saturday. Viking Lodge on Sunday. Friday, we got the Friday Night Deep Stacks, $3,500 guarantee, $120 buy-in. It has been a massive success.
We're averaging about 50.
Averaging 50. It's gross. Saturday, we're doing the double stack weekend, so it's going to be all guarantees this weekend. Friday, guaranteed deep stack at 6:30. Saturday is the $80 mini stack in
At
Warrenville,
Warrenville.
which is a great tournament spot.
So looking
Should
at
be
75 to 90
yeah,
players.
just a crush guarantee. And then Sunday, no Bears game. Am I correct?
Bears are on a bye.
Bears are on the bye week because they played in London last week and
Yep.
got mollywopped.
Well,
I was horrified by
They
that
lost
game.
at the buzzer.
Yeah, they still lost. And then, so we're doing the 127K Sunday stack tournament, noon start, 7K guarantee, live streamed final table, post-postal, I got nothing. Post-postal eclipse. There's got to be a way.
Post-apocalypse.
Post-postal eclipse.
Eclipse.
There you go.
Postal, yeah.
We got there. So, anyways, 3 massively big tournaments this weekend. It
Just
is a
so you
tournament,
guys know, if
tournament
you
player's
want to
dream.
cheat at the final table, you're going to have to pay Kenny more than 60,000
Way more than 60.
for this 5K guarantee.
That's what I'm talking about. It would be like trying to throw the Super Bowl by giving the Super Bowl refs $100 each. Like, it's just, it's so it's insane. Like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm over the postal thing.
You keep bringing them up.
I know. It's just, it's so bad for the game. Like, why can't we get a poker game where it's like, oh, 80-year-old woman wins the main event tournament. Awesome story, guys. Super fun. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's so many bad stories about poker that only mainstream gets into poker when it's bad.
Yeah.
Super user from Ultimate Bet. Black Friday from online poker. You know. I don't know. Bellagio gets robbed 5 freaking times.
That was really awesome when they came in there with those speed bikes, the crotch rockets. and
That's
just-
nuts. And then they stole $25,000 chips off a craps table. They marked those guys. They all have, lo and behold, RFID trackers in every single one, so there's no way you're getting that back into the casino without them knowing it was a stolen chip.
Right, they know exactly which ones got
Right.
stolen.
Steal $5 chips, $100 chips, $500 chips,
Even
1K
thousands,
chips.
yeah. Steal
Are
thousands.
1Ks you're getting close to being monitored, but $500 chips, like,
Not a
they
chance.
could have gotten 40
Unlimited.
grand and never gotten caught. Anyways. Maybe we should start a podcast on how to be a better criminal.
Yeah, I don't know how people rob banks for like $10,000. Like, what are you doing?
Do you know what the minimum sentence is for armed robbery?
Yeah, it's like 15
years.
Yeah,
Minimum.
right. That's with no prior record.
Nothing.
No misbehavior.
You walk into a bank tomorrow and rob a Chase down the street here, you're going to prison for 15 years.
and you're literally
Minimum.
only going to get $10,000.
Tops.
Yeah.
Tops. Tops.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
yeah.
insane.
I see these news reports like, man, robs
Risk,
bank for
risk
$6,000.
and reward here. Risk. This is like why poker players should make better. They should make better criminal-esque decisions because it's like weigh it, guys. It's like betting $5 grand into a $200 pot. Like you just why? Why are you doing that? Nothing good is going to come of it. You best case scenario, you win $200. Worst case scenario, you lose your $5 grand. Like it's silly. Anyways. A lot of rants today from Ken. I am fired up about people making bad decisions.
If you need
in life.
$10,000 that bad, I'll
Loan it.
loan it to you, and then you can, I'll for the next 10 years of your life,
Right.
I'll take you and we'll do whatever.
Right.
Let you off with a free 5 years.
Bananas. It's freaking bananas.
Anyways, YouTube El Presidente getting.
He's great.
He goes limp in 5 seconds. He bets 100,000 on
125.
125,000 on the Patriots, and he's there with like this weird mustache, and they find out who he is because
I would like to say on record, if there's any kind of record for CCG Poker TV, what a testament to Homeland Security that they can find El Presidente in the Super Bowl stadium
halftime show with the lights
halftime show,
off.
lights off, with friggin' sunglasses and a phony mustache, which again was kind of a comical phony mustache.
It was great.
Like it's not even like a good fake costume.
No,
it's like a kind of FU costume.
Borderline though. It's still not easy to recognize him.
But they found him. Like that's
I know.
pretty awesome. Like, it's kind of scary that they can know who's at the Super Bowl at all times. Makes me feel safer about
That's for sure.
America. America. I don't know. They can find El Presidente in a... How many people go to the Super Bowl?
60,000.
They can find a needle in a stack of needles, and yet nobody can prove that Trump did something with Russia.
Right.
Like, come on.
Must not have done anything then.
Or he didn't do anything.
Right.
Thanks. This is not a political contest. All right, Marky Mark with the 8 deuce. He didn't learn his lesson last time with the 8-5. Same suit. Going to get it in there with Rex. What is Rex short for? I think I asked him, and it's just Rex.
It's usually just Rex.
That's pretty cool. I have a guy that my wife Lindsay went to high school with, and his son's name is Rex. It's a cool name. It's a manly name, right?
Is.
Like, you can't have Rex not be like, I don't know, quarterback or somebody cool. There's no non-cool Rexes out there. All right, mystery hand, bang, all in, hand of the week.
The bang all in.
I'm off the bangs. They're weird. I think something's off with them.
Yeah, back to Rockstar. Sugar-free Rockstar.
Back to sugar-free rock stars.
All right, so we're on the turn. Rex,
Unlike Stones, we're not going to be able to change these graphics as is. We're just never going to know what Rex had there. But we do know the 10 of spades is bad.
Yep.
So I'm assuming he had ace 10, king 10,
Jack 10.
Jack 10,
Queen 10.
queen 10.
Yep.
Any of those
are the
any of
10s.
those are basically what he's got there. So it's nice to be able to put somebody out of range. I would like to see Postel play with only knowing one card. Like, do you think he can get as much
Oh, yeah, probably.
havoc? I mean, it's an advantage, but
It's just...
so crazy. So bad for the game.
Mark gets a walk with the 9 deuce off.
It's the best way to play 9 deuce off. What are you looking at?
Why they are banned from the Super Bowl.
Does it say? You think if we do a podcast, we can invite El Presidente to be on our podcast?
Oh, that'd be
I vote we start the podcast and we just invite like anybody, everybody. Like,
No,
just
I would just want to invite him.
send him
first.
all out. Oh yeah, just let him think that he's the only one.
He's the only one. Like, there's only one way to start our podcast. And it's
Can we
with
add
him.
one more? I'd like to get Phil Ivey, just because I think Phil Ivey would be like the best guest on a show because he like doesn't talk, doesn't say anything. It would be like dead air. Hey Phil, what do you think about Borgata?
Sorry.
Nothing. I don't think he'd say anything. Just tumbleweeds is what you would hear. All right, Queen 7 from Marky Mark raises to 225. Rex has got a real hand, KJ, which is the me hand.
Me and
It's me. I'm Ken Jr., KJ. He's going to call it off. I like it. I think it's a good call. 60-40 to the flop. Rex binks a jack. Flop's top pair. Second best kicker.
Mark leads.
Well, Rex checked into him. Mark's going to lead it out.
Oh, Mark's the
Little C bet. 300K.
This is interesting. What with Rex?
It's one of
Again,
those,
he's under wrapped.
and we talked to he just calls.
Oh, that is not just a call.
I mean, it's a $500,000. Can you raise? Oh, it's 600K.
Yeah.
So I think the double is kind of a bluffy type bet because it's like a value bluff bet. It's like, well, why would you just double it? I mean, Mark doesn't have anything, so he gave it a shot and he missed, and that's it. He's not going to be one of those guys that just keeps firing.
Sticky and then,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Mark's good enough to fold, right?
By the way, while we've been blabbering, look at the chip count.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
I don't know. We're going to need to start this podcast because this Thursday night commentary basically just turned into us talking the whole time.
Well,
And this is why we get comments on the feed that just go, man, I've missed Norman Chad.
to be fair, it's really hard to commentate on heads up. That is going by lightning fast.
140 hands in.
Yeah. I mean, okay, Rex has 8-4 off, folds. Do you want to hear that? Or do you want to hear us talking about El Presidente?
They don't really have a choice. I mean, their
No.
choice is to either listen to us blather on about God knows what,
Or just turn it
or
off.
just turn it off. What's the Thursday night football game this week?
Hence the radio. Oh, I know what it is. Don't look. It's Patriots.
I'm going to look to make
It's
sure.
The Patriots
Ooh, that's a good one.
against the Giants, but the Giants have like every one of their good players is out.
Is Eli Manning ever going to play football again? I almost said poker. He's done, right? Thursday night football.
Let's see. He's going to retire this year.
Gronkowski starts his new job during Patriots game Thursday night. What's his new job?
I have no idea. It's probably just clickbait. There's no real job. That dude don't work.
Gronk will debut as an analyst during the pregame broadcast. I like Gronkowski.
He was on a pizza review.
I think he's great.
Weeks ago.
Oh, he was. I think he's a really good.
Yeah, he's also
he's good for the game.
He's going to retire this year, or he's going to come out of retirement this year.
He's not very old, right? I mean, he's like in his early 30s.
29.
Oh God, yeah. Although I do understand when you see my brother and I have done.
So he just says he doesn't like the gruel of the whole entire season. So that's why I think.
We went to this Mike Ditka's does this casino night, and so we've worked it a couple of times, and you see some of these guys, and I kid you not, these guys have Super Bowl rings. Not Bears Super Bowl players, but like just 49er players, guys on the offensive line, and he looked like he was 70 years old. And I talked to him, he was like 50.
Yeah.
And just he walked like he was 70 or 80 years old, and it was just like, man, you really realize how beat up these guys get.
I mean, the average NFL career is 2.2 years.
That's nuts. Those guys really take a beating. Anyways, we've got Queen Jack from Rex, 10-3 from Mark. Mark's the one who's going to take a stab at it with these 4 hearts on the board, even though nobody has a heart. No hearts out there.
No hearts. And he takes it down, back to 1.2. And the battle continues. Mark has what?
75%.
80, so 10, 15 bigs, exactly.
Rex has 15 bigs?
Oh, Mark has 15 bigs.
Oh.
800,000 is 10 bigs. All right, well, tables are getting loaded, so we're running out of time.
We're running out of time.
I mean, we're not. We can sit here and talk all day.
Can we? I'm running out of stuff to say.
Yeah. Mark gets a walk with ace-queen. There you go, commentating.
So I had to take my car in today to the Honda dealership. Bad starter. There was like literally 50 people in that.
Me too.
Not guys that work, like just like...
No.
It was insane. There were like 40 people in the service area. I was thinking, man, this is not a great commercial for Honda, considering all of these Hondas are in...
Yeah, no.
But it was a really nice...
there was like 3 waiting rooms, and all 3 of them were full for me.
Mm-hmm. With like free daycare and stuff. I might just take my kids there just to get stuff to do. Ace-3 versus King-Queen. Mark raised.
Gio's still stacking the chairs at that table. He finally finished.
Hey guys, what's going on? Just checking. Anybody need these chairs stacked?
All right, so we got a bet from Marky Mark and a 3-bet from Rex, which, again, we always say people don't 3-bet enough.
They don't. This is the first 3-bet of Heads Up.
This is great. This is good poker TV.
All right, this
Obviously,
is
Mark's going to see it with an ace.
All in. I feel like this is all in.
Yeah, all in. Now puts the pressure back on. So now we
See,
got...
this is a bad sizing by Rex because this sucks.
Why? Explain it.
Oh, I guess 225 to 500. All right, that's all he can do.
Yep. I mean, if he's going to 3-bet it, I mean, that's the minimum he can put out there. I mean, 550 would have been the minimum, so slightly... I'm sorry. Would have been...
80, 225, 165 times 2, 330. 330 plus 80.
little less than a minute.
410.
410.
So he barely min-raised him.
Yeah. This is just... It sucks because now you put 500,000 in, and Mark shoves on you. You can't really fold, but you can't really be good.
Okay.
You know? He does fold. I mean...
It's a good fold.
I would probably be stubborn and take... Oh, he calls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I would be stubborn and call him, but hey, if it's a 60-40, I'm not going to lose.
Do we miss a hand where Mark is all in for...
No, he
Who's
won.
got the chip lead?
Rex.
Where did I miss that?
This is what I said. Did you...
I missed a bunch.
Yeah, you really... All right, so this is going to be Mark's full double.
We'll double up with a full house. Three's full at 10.
So Rex just nickel and dimed him down.
Really?
Yeah, and Mark was at... Well, that's what I said. Look at these chip counts. It was 3.8 to 800,000.
Wow.
And then Mark won that last spot to get to 1.2.
What was the big double up hand?
No double up.
Just
Nickel and
winning.
dime.
Wow, that's awesome. Rex is good. Mark might have finally met his match. Now they're back to 50-50.
Uh-huh.
What an up and down final table
This
that
is
we
probably where
missed.
you're back behind the thing. Like, God, I wish.
Come on,
Hit the
somebody
king.
just win.
Hit the king. It's over.
No, I never root for players.
Yeah.
I don't. I try to be neutral, like Mike Matisow.
That's what Postle's partner said too. I don't root for players.
I just give him the cards. Who's his partner going to end up being? That floor manager or the poker room manager? They're going to go to jail, right? Like, if it's on their phone, there's going to be evidence. Like, no doubt about it. He's going to get subpoenaed for the phone. There's going to be some kind of evidence.
Now you
on
can
his
delete
phone.
text messages and they can still find them, right?
I imagine so. Yes.
Like they're still somewhere. As I go to my phone and start deleting.
I think the phone carriers there's got to be some kind of database there, right? Because I mean,
Just because it's off of our phone doesn't mean it's
correct. It's
out
out
of the world.
the server somewhere.
That's what they told us in high school. If something gets posted on the internet, it's always there.
Eventually.
It's always somewhere.
I also think it's kind of condemning that Stones took down all of their YouTube videos.
It's just the standard.
Is it though?
It's a standard protocol
Why?
for an investigation.
Why?
Because that's what they do.
Why?
It's just standard.
Standard by whose thoughts? I just don't understand the idea of saying that standard. I get it. I would
Like
agree.
anything that's being investigated is just going to be instantly removed from the public.
That seems weird, right?
It's like, okay, there's a murder in a house. If there's a murder in a public place, like they tape it off.
yeah.
Why is it?
But that's to keep the crime scene clean. Take that same thing. Let's say there was a live stream of something. You think they take? I guess maybe they take it down because it's
They would
graphic.
always take it down.
But that's because it's graphic. It has nothing to do with evidence.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows? Maybe we should just be forensic investigators.
I like it.
I don't know if forensic starts with an F or a P. So
It's an F.
okay. I was gonna say like FCG or something, but then I didn't want to say P.
CCG Forensics. Hire Stones if you're looking for two people to go through that commentary and go through that stuff.
We're here
Brandon
for
and
you.
I are in. We will dedicate the next 6 months at $50,000 a month to go through all that stuff for an easy $300K. We'll do all
We'll
of
find
it,
them innocent.
and I will hire Mike G to do it for $80.
Anything for you, boss.
I just,
All right. Well, they're both V-pipping it up at the same rate.
we're back to 50-50, right? Like it's back.
We're back to 50-50. Mark's got the slight lead, but we're 50-50. That just sucks with the king queen. I would have done the same thing. If you put 500,000 in there, you can't really fold for 800,000 more. Like if you do the math, you're probably going to be a 60-40.
Almost felt like he should have bet more to try to get Mark off of a weaker hand.
Right,
Or
instead of
like a
inducing
moderate
the
hand,
shove.
moderate, medium hand, whatever. Like, obviously, if he's got a big hand, you're not getting away from it anyways. But I like it. I think both of them have switched up their play nicely
Yeah,
to
it's
play
nice.
heads up. You know, I mean,
So,
they're raising with more.
Up to 200,000 from Rex. King 6 of hearts. Mark got him dominated with the king queen. And 7-3 deuce. This is a range advantage for Marky Mark. And Rex checks back. He has been checking back a lot when he doesn't have anything.
I feel like if Mark bets it out here, no, Mark's waiting to try to get him to bet into him. Or he's
This
just
might
happy to
be-
show it down.
All right, so I don't know if Mark. I think he's going to try and bet Rex off of ace high here. He's trying to get Rex to fold ace high. Like he's not value betting,
No.
but he doesn't really have showdown value because he has king queen. So Mark probably or Rex probably has an ace.
Yeah, could have ace 3 or something.
Right.
You know.
So that's
Ace
what
rag.
in Mark's head he was just like, well, if he's got ace high, I'm not.
I gotta
gonna
get him off of
I'm
it.
not going to go check and lose
Right.
king out of ace high.
Yep.
I think any pair basically.
Yeah.
Rex would have called. They're deciding on a chop. No, they're deciding on the button.
Buttons. My bad.
And we're off 100K now, it looks like. Mark
Yep.
King Jack on the button.
200K now, every pot pre-start. Pre-cards.
What did you just say?
Pre-start.
You just put together
Yeah,
a
it was-
sentence of
that was
random
what
words.
happens when I try to make a sentence halfway through. It's like The Office was like, sometimes we're talking, I don't even know where a story's going. That was it. Wow. King Jack Ace 10.
So
Rex
Mark
three bets
raises
it
three
again.
bets again. Same sizing.
Mark's just going to
500,000.
call this time. Flops king or jack. It's game over, folks. Game over, folks.
All right, so this is where Mark's going to switch it up and check back. Hoping,
Induce a bluff or
inducing
induce
Rex
something.
to fire on the turn, and then Mark's going to shove.
Rex is thinking, can I bet here and get away with it? No, he
So this is
smells
Rex
the
just
trap.
giving
He
up.
smells the trap.
And Mark can't give
It's a
him
trap. Who said that?
I have no idea.
That Admiral. Admiral Akbar. That weird catfish-looking guy from Star Wars.
I've never seen any of Star Wars.
Oh my god. Go home and watch all of them. Feels like that ace-10 hurts a lot more than what he lost there.
Down to 12 bigs. Now we've seen the
I mean, he
switch.
played it correctly. I just feel like, you know, for the flow of the game and how you feel when you're playing, that's like just a punch in the gut. Punch in the gut.
All right. Hey, it's good to see Gio still working on that table.
Fixing his hair.
Right, making sure that table's got everything off of it so somebody else can carry it. Always going in. Last half hour. Might even be the last 15 minutes.
Rex folds to 10 deuce, dominated by Marky Mark's king deuce, suited. What else we got big coming up this month? We got a mega stack which
Halloween.
we haven't done. Oh yeah, what are you going for as Halloween?
I don't know. There's only like X certain amount of like fat guy costumes. I've like used them all.
What are they? Name the top 3 fat guy costumes. We haven't done a top 3 in a long time. Let's do one now. Top 3 fat guy costumes of Halloween. Go.
I don't know.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. 1. Kool-Aid Man. 2.
yeah, Family
Peter
Guy.
from Family Guy. 3. Done.
Chris Farley
Farley's a great one.
with the plaid coat and the glasses.
Uh-huh. What else you got?
I'd say like a Blues Brother maybe. Kool-Aid Man.
Kool-Aid Man's great. We both can't be looking at our phones at the same time.
Why? I'm looking. Were you Googling?
Nah, Twittering.
You're on to Twitter now, huh? I was tweeting back in 2008.
Danny Negreanu is really funny on Twitter. At a conference in San Francisco, guy says he watches WSOP. Question, ever heard of Danny Negreanu? Nope. Ever heard of Phil Hellmuth? Nope. Ever heard of Phil Ivey? Nope. I do know that Instagram king, Dan Blitzerian. Is he really good at poker? Wow. Tough hands for Rex. Ace-6 versus Ace-3.
There's a lot of opportunities here, though.
A lot of opportunities. Rex is going to bet.
He's going to raise. You can't bet pre-flop. You can only raise.
Raise. Pre-flop. You know, Lon McCarron never corrects
The blinds
Norman
are the
Chad.
bets. The blinds are the bets.
Mark's all in. Ooh. Rex is down to 900K. What do you like here?
I don't know. Another just sucks spot.
He's been in some really rough spots
Yeah,
where I
mean,
feel
these
like
are
he's
really
played
close.
good, solid poker and just ran up against better hands. Right?
Yeah.
Not better plays. I mean, it's a great move by Mark to
It's
bet.
a good fold. I can't. You got away from it.
That's good.
Wait. So if you're here, who's running the table?
And why am I walking around like I'm marking something off?
You are marking something off. I think you were talking about. You're thinking how many feet off the wall that is to build a stage or something.
Must be. Must be what I was doing.
All right.
All right, Mo. Deal out some hands here. 152 hands into this Summer Saver final table.
Rex ace
Rex
5.
ace 5. Good golly.
Fletch.
The Fletch hand. Could have played the same way. Bets it again. I like the balance, at least. Good balanced play.
Mark 7-6, gonna defend. It's a bargain of a price. Realize that 44% equity. King 9-4, couple diamonds. Nobody flops
Now that
anything.
it did flip here. Now at least Rex has position now.
Yeah, so Mark's eyes should light up the fact that Rex instantly checked this back. I mean, there's 550 in there. He's only got 600,000 behind.
If he had anything, he's going to get it.
Yeah, this is like a
325 from Mark. Basically half of Rex's stack.
and like King 9-4 Queen is just a nightmare for Rex's hand. I mean, Mark should have a pair,
A
gutter,
something.
spades, just
Rex
like
has got ace high.
right.
No other outs.
Yep. Whether it's ace jack high or ace 5 high, he's
Doesn't
got ace
matter.
jack. He's got one
Right.
of the ace highs.
Because really, even if you had ace jack and you hit a jack in the river, you don't even know if the jack's good.
Yep.
I mean, right now he's probably putting Mark on a queen. Minimum queen. Queen 7, queen 8.
Even like
queen 9.
9-5 of spades.
I mean, what would the odds be if Mark even just had just a diamond draw?
with two lives?
Yeah.
It'd be like 38-40% somewhere.
Right.
There.
So your best
And
hope
he's got-
is that you're going to call off your tournament life where, at best, you're a 60% favorite.
I
Seems
do
bad.
think Rex is snap checking these flops a little bit
Too fast. I will say that about Marky Mark. He has a very good tendency to...
Wait exactly 5 seconds.
It's the same amount of time, too. It's not an inordinate amount of time on his good hands. It's not quickly checking his
try
bad
to do
hands.
that, too.
It's the same kind of time frame, which is very difficult to put somebody on a hand when they're always doing the same time, right? Like I think that's what people should work on.
Jack's here.
Jacks versus Queen 8. We are getting down to the nitty gritty, folks. So, ooh, Mark lets it go.
He does. So now, but Mark knows. Well, he doesn't know that Rex has Jacks, but he's going to keep limping his buttons now. Now that Rex is kind of in that shove range, this is where you
No
want to
reason.
limp your buttons.
Yeah, you want to limp your buttons.
Yeah, just limp out all your hands. You get to see cheap flops, and then you can trap them.
Yep. 4 million to 760K. Rex has got 7 big blinds. He's running out of time, folks. Literally and figuratively.
There you go, Mo. Mo's in slow-mo.
The slow-mo Mo. The slow-mo pitch.
Why don't we just call him slow and Mo's?
It's good. 85 bears for Rex this time. He limps this time. Queen 9 suited. Gonna get a raise out of Mark. Little double up. Slightly bigger. 2 1/4. Yeah, can't call there. I don't mind the ace 5 or the 8-5 limp. I mean, your head's up. You gotta play some. Gotta widen that range, Brando. Remember a movie called Open Range with Kevin Costner and Robert Duvall?
I feel like I've heard of it, but I've never
It's a
seen
great
it.
Western movie. I like Westerns.
Yeah, my dad likes Westerns. Like
There's just
old
something
school,
good about
though.
a good old gunfight, you know?
Yeah. The Indians always die in those, though.
They
This is
do.
very racist.
Yeah, it's not very PC.
No.
What was the
What's
50s,
PC?
60s politically correct?
Oh. All right, check.
10, that damn 10, still not working.
Look at all those outs. 25 outs. That can't be correct. Now we got some split action going. All right, get out of this next hand, Kenny. There you go. All right, 50, 150. And 155.
Sitting here for too long.
I was just thinking the same thing, Rex. Been here for too long.
Yeah.
The hospitality.
All right, Rex, 9-3 off. This might just be a fold. Yeah.
Wow, Brandon, it's like you can see the cards.
Real quick, Brandon's story. I was playing yesterday, and I got it all in with a pair of queens and a queen high flush draw. three ways, and I was just like, all right. And I had the nut, or I had like the second nut flush draw, and nobody else had hearts. So like my hearts are good. I was like, I need 7-7, and it just runs out 7 spades, 7 hearts. And Nick A was like, oh, that's a little pasta like. and Ernestus was like, I don't see that in my dreams. It was a really big pot.
Sometimes I'll randomly yell out a card if it's like, just to see people's reactions. I'm
Yeah.
like, 3! And then 3 turns, and then it's like you bet it, and then everybody just folds, and the 3 did nothing for you. It's
Yep.
just you yelled for a 3 and got what you wanted.
Yep. I love when I call for a card and then it comes and then somebody bets into you. I like bet into me. All right, Rex limited 9-7, Mark 10-7.
Check, though. Or check call. Call check. There we go. I got there.
Jack 4 deuce.
They
Check,
got clubs
check.
and diamonds. Ooh, 2 diamonds for Rex. Go to bet out a diamond draw. Takes down the dominating hand. We are getting down to the nitty gritty.
Oh yeah, we're here. We are here. 4 million, 1 million. Well, 4 million.
If you rounded up Mark's 3.9,
I knew you were gonna say
should
that.
round up Rex's
Yeah.
9.
I knew you were going to say it.
Hand number 160. Ooh.
Oh, another monster.
Rex with 6s.
All right, quick math question. If Rex has 9 bigs and Mark has 80% of chips, how many bigs does Mark have?
80%. How many bigs does he have?
Yeah.
39.
Close.
It's 50, 100.
Yeah.
It's an easier math question. If it was like 80, 40, 80, it would be a lot tougher.
I meant like not using the blinds.
Well, it's a good thing I know what the
Like
plans are.
80-20, so he's got 4 times as much
Ah,
chips, so it'd be 9 times 4.
that's like core math questions. I can't do those.
Dude, those are so hard. We talked about this last time.
Why would they just change math? Like, it's been good for so long. Like, don't change it.
Yeah.
10-5, Marky Mark. We're getting down here, folks. Brandon's in the background. Watching him live. Watching him on TV. Jack for Rex.
King 9-6. All right. And Mark's going to bet it out?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Marky Mark's just, anytime he checks into him, he's betting. You figure you should probably try to use that to your advantage at some point. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
I can't ever get out of my own thinking to think like that, where it's like, well, I've been checking so many and I just flopped the nuts. I no longer say flop the stones, because flop the stones means that you just can see all the cards pre-flop.
Yeah.
Right. And, I feel like I couldn't make that play because I'm not thinking that level when I'm in there. I'm just like, God, I can't get any hands. Nothing's connecting. I keep getting 9-3 off.
9-3 off.
Queen Jack for Mark. I mean, he's getting snap called there.
All right. Let's see some action.
Let's see some action. Hand number 163. This might be the longest time I've ever streamed on the table. 4-3
Limp.
suited.
Check.
Queen 8. Is this the last hand, folks? Could be. Let's see what the flop comes out. 7-7-10 doesn't seem like it's going to get it done.
Oh. Does it?
Rex just puts it in. Oh, half. Stop and go. I like when the guy folds before you even get a chance to see what's going on. 250.
Break time. Oh no, he runs back. He makes it back all the way before.
Pretty dangerous considering blinds are 50, 100. Your opponent only has 8 big blinds. You really don't want to just punt one to him.
He's coming. You think Mo's gonna let him come deal without him?
Well, that would be poker nepotism. Mark's right there, though.
Mo's like, it's your big blind. All right. King 9. This should
Seems
be
like
a
as good a
shove.
hand as ever to jam it in there. Raising.
This is basically all in, right? I mean, he's never going to fold if Mark does do all in.
No. I feel like right now Rex is not committing any any chips to the pot that he's not convinced he's going to put them all in.
Yeah. Mark, ace 10, all in. Rex has to call.
Yeah, he can't fold. It's just unfortunate.
60-40?
Again, Rex has played very solid poker, and it looks like he's going to end up getting second in this tournament. Because, again, it's the exact scenario you talked about. We know there's only a minute left in the table.
Yeah, we do. They don't.
Oh, sorry.
Don't ruin it for them.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they can see on Facebook. All right,
Oh,
maybe
they
Rex
can.
wins.
Guys, Rex doesn't win. Sorry. Oh, a hard ball.
Ace high.
Ship it.
Good. Well, Marky Mark played a great game, as always.
It was his tournament from 15 left.
Yeah. Because remember, it was funny. He made a really funny remark about he had like 40% of the chips. If I make the final table, he's just such a good, funny guy. Well, that's going to do it for Thursday night commentary and the CCG Summer Saver. Next week, we're going to do a cash game. We did a really cool cash game at the Max a couple of weeks ago. Actually, last weekend. That was
nice.
a great.
Oh, it should be a good one.
Yeah, super good one. Lots of fun. So that'll be our next 3-part series. Thank you for watching. Brandon, give the folks some words of wisdom.
Play tight, play all night.
Play tight, play all night, folks. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye. I'm still waiting for you to say bye.
Bye.